Hello guys, welcome back to Gaming Tidbits, and today we're going to talk about an unofficial Commodore 64 game called Blaze. That's basically been released on ADF, so you can play through emulation or, of course, the original hardware through ADF of the Commodore Amiga. Now, Commodore Amiga was an amazing computer. Graphically, it was an amazing thing at the time. You know, the games looked, I remember when the Commodore Amiga came out and looking at all those games going, wow, I wish I had Amiga to play those games, because they looked so graphically awesome at the time. To me, and at that time, things were, I mean, the more better something looked, the more you're like, wow, that's cool, especially seeing it on a computer. But a Sonic the Hedgehog, I don't want to call it clone, but inspired game called Blaze was never released on the Amiga. It was made, but if it had been released around the time that this thing, originally was kind of done, Sega probably would have gone after it, because this was around the time that obviously the Genesis and Mega Drive Sonic came out. It was at height of popularity, and unfortunately, they wouldn't have liked it. But clearly, the style and the characteristics and the gameplay, all this stuff, is hugely inspired by Sonic. Probably really loved the game, and that's what I always say. When someone is inspired by something, that is the greatest flattery, that they must really love Sonic the Hedgehog, and they want to make that type of game for the Amiga. Now, the first link below is a link to his YouTube channel, where the video you're seeing now of gameplay of it, but he also did it playing on the Amiga 1200, and also him basically building and playing it. So those are kind of cool things to see if you want to see more on this game. But Warp Software is Kenneth, was it Bugeja? I'm probably saying his name completely bunging his last name up, but he released it finally out there. He's the one who made it, and it graphically looks really good on the Amiga. I mean, if you want a really good graphic game that clearly is inspired by Sonic, but it's not entirely like Sonic, but you can see clearly the inspirations from it. And there just aren't a lot of games like this on the Amiga, like this to play. The fast action platformer on the Amiga. So if you like that type of game, definitely check it out. Again, I think it's always cool when new games add to life to, computers or video game systems that are past their prime, the height of their popularity when they're out where so many people are playing it. And no matter what computer or video game system that was released, every one of them still has what I call the hardcore fan base that still love those things and still play them and still collect games for them or things on them to do. And that's why I love to talk about homebrew and new games that are made, because a lot of those people are eventually going to want to find new things, and something like this would be really cool to try out. So, what do you think about Blaze on the Commodore Amiga, now available where you could actually try it out? Would this be something you think is really cool, would you love to try? Obviously, this thing never got a physical release due to, the issues with Sonic the Hedgehog, but at least people are able to play it through download, and all I gotta say, it looks really good, and I really do hope other systems that miss, and one of the things I think is cool is game systems and computers, through the homebrew and indie scene, people can make the games that are missing from the libraries of those systems for people to play, that they sit there one day going, I love to make it, I really wish there was this type of game, or any system for that matter. Stuff like this is really cool. Anyway, enough of me talking. What do you guys think of it? Love to hear your guys' opinions like always. Are you cool with something like this? You're not interested in it? Love to hear your opinion like always, and I'll make another video soon. Later, guys.